Hello and welcome to Guitar Techniques. This is lesson number 22 and the title of this lesson is Power Chords and Palm Muting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then this is a really fun thing, very cool thing to do. When I was a lot younger, I sometimes wondered how guitarists got that really simple but powerful sound, and the answer was by using power chords. Now let's try and explain to you what a power chord is. When we play a normal major chord like E major, that's quite a complex sound. You've got lots of different notes in it, 3 different notes, some of them duplicated, and it's a very pretty sound, but it's quite complex. But for sort of rock stuff, we need something a little bit less complicated, and the way we do that is by using a power chord, or better known as a 5 chord. Let me explain. If I play these notes to you, I've played the first, the third, the fifth and the octave in a scale of G major. If I play, there's a G major scale, and if I just play the first, the third, the fifth and the octave, those are the notes that we find in a chord of G major. Now, if I take the third out and just play this note, this note and this note, I've got what we call a G5, a much less complicated sound. And because there's no third in it, this could be a G major or a G minor. If I play G major and G minor, you can see it's got those 3 notes in both those chords. So we just take the third out of the chord, and it gives us this really simple, powerful chord. So this is brilliant for sort of running rock rhythms, something like this. See, all I'm doing is down strums, but you must only play the 3 strings that give you the 5 chord. In this case, the E, the A and the D, the 3 lowest pitch strings, 3 strings nearest the ceiling. And you can do that on the A, D and G strings. If I do this, first finger behind the 3rd fret of the A, and then what I tend to do is I bar. I don't use 3 separate fingers. So I would bar 4 strings on the 5th fret, and I'm only going to play the A, D and G strings. Now, what chord is that? Well, the first finger is on the note C, 3rd fret of the A string. The little finger is on the note G, 5th fret of the D string, and the little finger is also on the 5th fret of the G string, which is the octave on that C. So I've got just basically 2 notes, C, G and C. That's a chord of C5 that would work as a C major or a C minor. So when you're on the A, D and G strings, when you're strumming those strings, it's what you are fretting on the A string that gives you the name of the chord. So if I did it down here, that's a B flat, 1st fret of the A string, so that would be a B flat 5, a B flat power chord. In the first example, it's the note that I'm playing on the E string that gives me the name of the 5 chord, the power chord, so that would be a G5, that would be an F5, an F power chord, because I've got my finger on the note F. I'm sure you get the idea. And it's just nice. I mean, sometimes you just hit the chord. I mean, this is more effective when you're playing an electric guitar with a distorted sound, when I'll deal with that when I do my electric guitar lessons. But very uncomplicated sound. I mean, I'm sure you recognise Smoke on the Water there, and that's again power chords. In this case, it's round the other way, so you've got the top note and the 5th below, and it's just on the G and the D strings. And if you look on my YouTube channel, you'll find a little lesson on how to play this. So power chords, 5 chords, very uncomplicated. Now, you can make these sound even better by doing something called palm muting. Let me show you how we do that. Now, let's say I've got a G5 chord on, first finger behind the 3rd fret of the E string and the little finger covering 5 strings, 5th fret, so essentially it's 3rd fret of the E, 5th fret of the A, 5th fret of the D. Now, strumming it sounds great, but if I do this, can you hear that lovely thudding sound? And the way I get that, so I put the side of my hand, this part of the hand, down across the strings, just about where the saddle is. The saddle is this piece of white plastic you can see there, and just into the strings enough to kill the natural sustain. So if I just play the chord without that, you hear it rings. Now if I put my hand down, it still rings, but it's quite subdued, isn't it? And you get that lovely thudding sound. You have to experiment. If you come down too far, you just kill all the sound. It's just a click, it's a percussive click. You obviously don't want that, so just experiment with that, and it gives you that lovely sound. And obviously it's all down strums with the plectrum. And notice there I did a combination of chords on E, A and D strings and A, D and G strings. I did G5, B flat 5 on the E, A and D strings. Then I went to the A, D and G strings and did C5 and D5. So that was the same as that. See, so. And the other thing to notice there, of course, are the accents. I'm going down, 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 down. I'm obviously not just going down, down, down. I'm doing a constant down, but punching out those accents. So that's a nice little trick. It's usable on an acoustic guitar. It's probably even more useful on an electric guitar. So that's the end of today's lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do press the like button, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. If you hit that bell button, then you'll get notifications when I upload anything to YouTube. Thanks very much for watching, and you'll see me in the next video.